Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This look is another holiday makeup tutorial and it's my last one, and it's really for anyone who's still struggling with ideas as of what to do with their makeup tomorrow. I decided to use red again because I feel like people tend to gravitate towards red this season. So yeah, if you want to find out how I got this look, please keep watching. I started out by priming my eyes, and I'm using MAC paint in Bamboo, and this is going to prevent my eyeshadow from creasing and help it last all day, and I'm blending it into the skin using my fingers. I'm going to use this blush from my MUD palette, and this is in the shade Pumpkin. It's going to serve as my transition color, so I'm applying it slightly above my crease using my MAC 224 blending brush. After that, I'm going to carve out my crease, and I'm using this black eyeshadow called Cold. It's by Mary Kay, and I'm using it to carve out my crease. I'm doing this with a small pencil brush from Upstage. Was it by Upstage? And I'm carving out my crease, and I'm actually taking this upwards, like way above my actual crease, because I want my lid space to appear larger than it normally is. So once I'm done carving it out, I'm going to use a bigger crease brush and use it to blend that line out a bit. After that, I'm applying my NYX Jumbo Pencil in French Fries on the lid space that I have just created, and I'm doing this with a flat synthetic brush from Coastal Scents, and it's going to give my lid color something to stick to. It's very sticky. I'm just going to go back and intensify that black shadow a bit using the bigger crease brush that I used after carving it out. And then after that, I'm going to use this white eyeshadow from the same palette, and it's called Ice, and I'm using this to highlight my brow bone area. I'm going back in with this shade, the transition color that I first applied, and my MAC 217, and I'm using this to blend out any harsh lines that I created while I was applying my crease and brow bone colors. And then after that, I'm going to take this shadow from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's called Party Dress, and I'm going to pat it onto my lid area using my MAC 239 shading brush. It's so black and blue, how I'm drawn into you, magnetic, you're magnetic. I'm going to line my upper lash line, and I'm using my Revlon Color Stay pen for this, and this one is in the shade Black. And I really like this pen because it gives you control, and I'd recommend that you use a liner that gives you control for this step because it makes it very, very difficult for you to mess up, okay? The color doesn't smudge or move, and you don't really make any mistakes if you move your hand accidentally, because I know that happens to all of us. To make this look a little bit fun, I'm going to add glitter to the wing part of the line, and I'm using my Duraline and a gold glitter by LA Cosmetics called Hot Chocolate and my MAC 210 brush for this. And then I'm applying my lashes, and I'm using Dana by Lena Lashes. I'm going to line my waterline using my MAC Chromographic pencil in NW25/NC30, and this is just going to open up my eyes and make them look very wide awake. And then I'm going to smudge this black, the one that I used earlier, on my lower lash line, and I'm doing this with my Sephora smudge brush. And after doing this, the eye look is really complete. I'm going to apply mascara, but that will be later on. I'm going to start off by priming my skin as usual, and I'm using my Makeup Forever mattifying primer, and I've been using this primer a lot, and I think I really love it because my foundation has been doing a lot better. And for my foundation, I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Foundation, and I'm in the shade 355 Coconut. And for those in Nigeria, I have good news for you at the end of this video because I have a store that sells this right now and you can buy it from them. And then to highlight, I'm using my LA Girl Pro Conceal. I haven't used this concealer in so long, so I kind of forgot how awesome it was. But then I'm applying it with the applicator that it comes with, and after that, I'm going to go on ahead and blend everything out using a damp beauty blender. But once I'm done blending out my under eye concealer, I'm going to set it immediately using this pressed powder from MUD, and it's in the shade DFM1. And then after that, I'm just going to go on ahead and blend out the rest of my face. Okay, so I'm going to be contouring using my Black Up Contour Stick. I've had this thing for ages, but I hardly ever use it because I don't like the highlight bit that comes with it. I honestly think that the whole cream contour thing is a little bit like stressful, and the steps are unnecessary because you can get the same effect contouring with just a powder. But then I'm blending it out using my beauty blender, and then I'm going to use my Real Technique sponge to blend out the one I have on my forehead because it has a flatter edge. And after that, I'm going to set my smile lines using my Sacha Buttercup setting powder. And I'm going to set the contour, the cream contour that I just applied, using my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour powder in cinnamon. I'm doing this with my Sephora contour brush. And then I'm going to set the rest of my face, the highlighted parts, using the same powder that I used to set my under eye area, and it's the DFM1 powder by MUD. I'm using my Real Techniques setting brush for this. So to set the rest of my face, I'm using the MUD Dual Press Finish powder in the shade DFD1 and my Sigma F30. And then I'm going to apply a bit of mascara to my lower lashes, and I'm going to leave the name of this mascara down in the description box, but it's by ELF. To add some color to my cheeks, I'm using the same color that I use as my transition color for my eye makeup, and it's the color Pumpkin from that palette. And then for my highlight, I'm using this one by Colourpop, and it's called Wisp. And I'm applying it with my Real Techniques contour brush. To line my lips, I'm using the Jordana lip pencil in Carbonate. To finish up this look, I'm going to use Colourpop lipsticks in Bitchet, and it's a gorgeous wine red shade. And I have good news for my Nigerian subscribers. Over half of everything that I've used in this video you can get from a Nigerian online store called beautyspot.com.ng. I'm going to leave a direct link in the description box. They carry everything: Jordana, Maybelline, LA Girl, name it, Colourpop. I wish I knew where I could get Colourpop here in the UK, so be sure to check them out. And don't forget to thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe as well. And Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you guys have a wonderful holidays. God's blessings. I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you guys.
I